Harbor. Gonna fuse Max.
Let's roll.
War room maps are just a challenge map. Look at, so this is interesting because you start out with 9 properties. Blue Moon starts out with 15. So from the get-go, the AI has the advantage early. Going up against Drake. Drake is going to have powerful ships. Drake is opening early with tanks, so I'm going to build some tanks too. The cat is sneezing. Alright, so I'm going to go continue to capture properties. So it looks like they're gonna go and attack me pretty soon with tanks. Oh, that's actually recon. Not quite ready to attack yet. I should bring in another tank first. They've got 2 tanks, an anti-air artillery APC. Nothing that a tank can't beat, so I can just keep building tanks for now. Alright, their units are out. The big thing is going to be taking that tank out. You want to avoid the artillery range, so I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack this way. Max has a direct advantage. It's going to do a lot of damage, and the tank did do a lot of damage. Move tank up this way. That would allow me to use both infantry to attack the other infantry. Move tanks out though. Start by attacking forest tile first because of the extra defense. And then I'll attack from the road, which has less defense, but it's the second attack. Keep moving infantry out. Still building infantry on most turns. Now we've got a lander for whatever reason. Keep building tanks because that's Max's strength. The big thing is if Drake ends up building a medium tank, I'm going to have to be ready, so I probably want to build a medium tank soon. not be caught off guard. Interesting. So in the old games, AI didn't really know how to use landers. They use the lander here, which is actually really interesting. Alright, the challenge here is how I'm going to use these forces to attack. Artillery on the city is going to force me to use 2 tanks. So I'm going to... Oh, my battery depleted. Alright, let me think about how I'm going to play this. Alright, switch Joy-Cons. The move set here is going to be attacking the artillery with 2 tanks. If I even want to use 2 tanks on this move, I guess. Use an artillery to one-shot KO the gotta figure out direction here. One-hit KO here. Gonna use the forest tile to attack the artillery. Forest tiles give you extra defense. I think I will go ahead and take out the tank. Attack from forest tile. This is going to be a little more challenging to face off because Drake actually holds that city and it's going to be able to heal next turn. 2 health. Recon, artillery. For now, I can still use normal tanks, but I think I probably need to build a medium soon. This may be the turn that messes me up. Nope, they're still building light tanks, which works for me. One-hit KO APC. That tank isn't even, like, worth fighting, really. Keep advancing with these tanks. infantry can attack tanks, but you don't want to do it unless you're kind of in a good spot, like the tank's down to 2 health. At this point, I really need to save up for a medium tank. I've got 15 properties. Guess I can still build 1 tank on this turn and be okay. To build on next turn.
Anchors away!
Squall's gonna take 1 damage off, 1 health off of every single unit I have. So there are 2 routes down Soul Harbor. 1 route is this narrow path out here. It's kind of hard to break through. So I kind of need to take advantage of both routes to get in because of the nature of this map. Tanks moving. Gonna build a medium tank just in case Drake ends up making one, and then I'm in trouble. The reason why I'm making tanks rather than medium tanks, even though medium tanks are stronger and I can afford them, is actually pretty simple. Tanks move faster. I'm trying to get a good speed score on this, and the only way to really do that is by continuing to move units. Okay, they stuck a rocket in here, so that's going to be how they're going to fight this. Alright, hitting me with that rocket. Alright, gotta think about how I'm going to attack then. Keep moving tanks this way, because that's actually... It's a longer path around, but it's also kind of easier to attack from this angle, so... May want to avoid getting hit by the rocket on this turn, though. Might be unpleasant. Considering I have nothing to counter it right now. So I knew they were going to build something big. I didn't expect it to be a rocket. If it was a medium tank, I would have been a little more... It would have been less surprising, I guess. I already have a bunch of units. Let's see, I have 28 units on the map right now, so that's pretty good. They can't use the rocket this turn, which is good too. Good, I pulled the anti-aircraft out, which is going to be a useful thing. It's going to be a little bit easier to attack that way. They moved the rocket out to a direction that actually I don't mind, because now the rocket is not in range of me trying to attack from this side, which is actually a pretty good thing. Trying to figure out how to best utilize these tanks. I do have max power now, and max force. Probably save it for next turn though, at this point, since I've used most of my units already. In the meantime, taking the tanks a long way around, but as you can see, I'm able to flank from that side. Take out this annoying recon. You can always do is press the R button and it goes to basically what you haven't moved yet as a unit. So I just did that just to move to my mech, or to my tank to attack that mech, rather. Although that mech is going to win the fight eventually, because it's getting the +2 health by being on a base every turn. just so funny to me that the AI actually uses landers now.
Give up. Max force.
Like, they moved the rocket here. That's actually dumb, because now I can take it out, and that gives me a wide route to the to the HQ. Now this area is all cleared up, so that's actually a terrible move by the AI. The headquarters is right here. And make sure to take their cities in the meantime. Hey, how are you, Fuzzy? We're back to Advance Wars here, and still haven't found the JAG unit. Sorry, Fuzz. This is what is called a war room map, which means it's basically a 1 versus 1 kind of challenge versus the AI. The AI generally, except for like the first few missions, the AI gets a lot more bases to start out with, a lot more cities, a lot more resources, and you've got to fight your way through all that. So I'm in a pretty good spot right now. I'm 11 turns in, and I just need to figure out how to basically wrap this up, because I've done a lot of damage at this point. Been using these smaller tanks. There's a small they're just called tanks, I guess, but you have various vehicles in the game. You've got Recon, which move quickly and
Prepare to be washed away.
in fog of war maps, so they can see pretty far. There's tanks, which are a little slower, but they're tanks. There's medium tanks in this game, which is kind of funny because they are the biggest tanks in the original Advance Wars. And that's the rule set I'm currently playing with. But later games, you get like bigger and bigger tanks. Artillery, rockets, anti-aircraft, landers are what the enemy's using here. I'm kind of in a good spot to clear this at this point. Oh, and Fuzz, I saw that you, based on the scores, you beat DK Tsunami twice. That's pretty good. Right now I need to get to a position to actually clinch this. I need to get through all of that, which is a little challenging. Given that this is a turn-based game, I can kind of think about what my still, I want to be in a position where I can use fewer turns. Paddleless is good. He ended up beating me, when did we play? 2 days ago? Like, we were playing even, and he actually beat me on that final cup. He's gotten pretty good. Like, DK Tsunami's sitting there in the winner's bracket, but I think you and Paddleless definitely have a shot at coming all the way back and winning it. Because I believe I watched your original match against DK Tsunami back when, it was the winner's bracket, and that was a really close match. Oh yeah, I think that's definitely true. DK's kind of been inconsistent, and I think you guys are a bit more consistent. Two ways to win in this game. One is a HQ capture. The other is beating all units. And right now, it's going to be really close as to which way I win. I think it's still going to be HQ capture, though, because they have a bunch of landers. I have no ships. Can't really take them out, so I think I'm going to have to go HQ capture away. That is true, yeah, you'd have to win twice, but I think, and it's true, yeah, you just won twice. So DK Tsunami is, I believe, a top 200 time trialer. He did pretty well in what was called the Pennsylvania meet, where a bunch of people basically went to a Panera Bread, in the region. So a bunch of really good time trialers went out and had this 2-day meet. And two of the two best players actually were Haddock, who hasn't really played in the Switch Discord in a while and is playing and had been playing in the big tournament until he lost in the semifinals, and DK Tsunami. And after that, I think DK Tsunami ended up wanting to play a bit more. He had started to play in our Discord. Well, there's the medium tank. I was expecting the medium tank at some point. This medium tank is going to be a problem. Alright. But yeah, they basically have this 2-day meet where everyone got together and played Mario Kart 64 during that, basically. And I know that there's been a little bit of chatter in our Discord about kind of doing something, you know, with some similarities to that, but I think that's a ways out. I mean, that requires a lot of planning. But I think it'd be really neat to get a group of, you know, top players together and play somewhere, but just a lot of planning, a lot of money. DK Tsunami is from Wisconsin, so not so far that he couldn't go and go to, it was in Pittsburgh, I believe. I definitely think that would be a good time. I'm not really sure when that would be, you know, because it just takes a lot of organization and whatnot to figure out how that's gonna work. The top time trialers back in the old days, by old days I mean like 2019 or earlier, people would play what was called the Virginia meet, which was at one of the top 200 time trialer. Like, I guess the guy has like a really big house or something. People would just like basically stay a few days there, and they'd play like 3 days of Mario Kart. And they crown a champion every year basically based on that. But that guy wasn't going to do it forever. He decided eventually this is too much, and so that stopped. That eventually stopped. And I think the idea of the whole Pittsburgh meet was to try to emulate at least a little bit of that. I believe there was a tournament a few years back. Actually, not a few years back. What am I saying? Last summer, there was a competition called the Summer Kart, which a few time trialers ended up... I think it was like 8 time trialers ended up going and playing. Is there Arctic Warfare? I mean, you can fight in the snow, if that's your question. You can play in snow, you can play in rain. So, Arctic, not necessarily, like, technically Arctic, but kind of. You can fight in snow, you can fight in rain. I have no idea what that's a reference to. Is that like some kind of... I don't know. So at this point, Blue Moon is basically dead. But I have done nothing to take out their landers. YouTube channel with a duck doing things. Interesting. Interesting. YouTube channel where this guy takes his pet duck all over, including the target. That actually sounds like it might be fun. Okay, there's not even a point in moving stuff. What I do at the end is I build more units because of the way the game gets scored. How many units have I lost? I've only lost 2 units. I'm probably fine anyway. $1.6 million subscribers. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised it would do so well. I think on this, unless I lost on speed, what is my time on this? 15 days. I probably got a pretty decent score on it. Just in case I'm building more units, and then I'm capturing the headquarters. Maximum score is 300.
That takes care of that.
I will take that.